What's going on, all you greedy bastards? Welcome back to the channel. We are talking about none other than AMC here today yet again. We are down close to 1% on the day, but rest assured AMC is still a ticking time bomb, and I would not discredit them just because the move that we have seen over the past week. Heading from about $43 down to where we are currently at about $38.83 per share. Now, the key to all of this is still the low volume, and that's where the whole thesis of AMC is a ticking time bomb comes into effect, because at the current moment we're still less than 10 million shares that have traded hands today. So once that volume comes into the stock, that's where you can expect to see price action moves to the upside. And I wouldn't get discouraged or feel down or depressed about your AMC position until you do see 50, 100, 200 million shares that are trading hands every day, and then AMC is cratering 10%, 15, 20%. That would tell you guys people are selling their shares. That is simply not the case at the current moment. Now, other than that, we're going to talk about that a little bit more, but I do want to just go over all of the intraday data that you guys need to know. The Stocko Tracker data, the Ortex data, and the technical analysis. As well as that, we actually got good news today for the markets, but the markets are not taking it that way because there is some things and some context to this that you guys need to know. So if you guys are new to the channel, my name is The Creative Investor. Hit that like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date with AMC and any other stock, option, or crypto that will make you guys a ton of money. That is the name of the game. If you guys want to be a part of it, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, all that good stuff, and check out the links in the description. If you guys want a totally free share of Lucid Motors, use the link for Moomoo, deposit $100, you will get a free share of Lucid Motors. That is over a 50% return guaranteed by doing that. As well as that, just opening an account, you will get one free share valued in between $3 and $3,500. So definitely check that out if you guys are not a part of that. So let's talk about AMC a little bit more. What is going on today? Now, we did just cross down 1% on the day. We're sitting at the secondary support level at almost $37.50 per share. We're about $1 to the downside away from that. And that's what I would be watching for, because if you guys see right here, this candlestick, literally the wick of this hit $37.50 per share and bounce back up above that. That was earlier in the day today. And if we pull out the 15-minute candlestick chart, you guys can see that we were down substantially right here. $37.56 was the low on the day, and we have bounced up from that. So we are showing a lot of strength at the current moment. AMC, it's not really going up a lot. It's not really going down a lot, because of this whole low volume situation. Now, we do have a bit of a dilemma if you guys are somebody like me and you focus on three main things: support level, resistance, we're going to call that one, the volume, and the moving averages. That's the only thing that matters on a technical basis with AMC stock. Now, we are sitting right under our 50-day and our 100-day moving averages. So once we get a break to the downside or a break to the upside, that will solidify if this 50 and 100-day moving average that is sitting at about $39.50 per share and $38.84 per share, if this will solidify this resistance or support level. If we break down another 5% down day, then this is certainly going to become a resistance level. If we break above that, that is going to remain our support level. It could go 50-50 at the current moment. But the biggest thing, like I said, is going to be the volume. That is really what is important here, because on low volume days, all that means is you're not seeing a lot of people buying, you're not seeing a lot of people selling. So there's no FOMO buyers in AMC. There is people that trade options, but it's a little different than people just rushing into the stock to buy the stock. And once that happens, rest assured, I can guarantee you for a fact, this is not financial advice, take it with a grain of salt, but I can pretty much guarantee you guys, nobody's trying to get sued here, pretty much guarantee you guys that some bullish volume will come back into the stock in the near term future. Now, we're sitting at almost all-time low volume. Back here on Friday, when we only seen 20 million shares traded hands, that was the lowest volume we've seen since before this June rally. And you guys can see what happens with the low volume once that volume comes back into the stock. And if you guys are subscribed to this channel, you know that I personally think the next biggest catalyst that is probably coming to AMC is going to be a Netflix partnership to start showing their high quality movies. Netflix has been paying hundreds of millions of dollars to make these movies. They have to recoup that cost in some way. They are partnered with the third largest movie theater chain at the current moment, not AMC or Cineworld, which is the top two theater chains. Obviously, AMC by far taking the cake as the biggest movie theater chain. So I think that is just around the corner. It wouldn't surprise me any time to get that announcement and to see that FOMO buyer crowd head back into the stock, because we know they're still here. They're bouncing from other stocks right now. It's a lot of biotech stocks, biopharmaceutical stocks, and we have been trading those as well. If you guys want to be notified, like I said, every time I make a trade on those stocks, AMC, crypto, options, you'll be notified with the link for the buy and sell alerts. Now, as far as the options are concerned, still keep in mind today is going to be really the last day of trading, not necessarily because we still have Friday, but historically, the day after Thanksgiving, you do see lower volume, but institutional investors, and this is a reason for this lower volume, institutional investors tend to go away on vacation. That leaves the market to more retail investors that tend to be more bullish. So it wouldn't surprise me the day after Thanksgiving, obviously Friday, to be a bullish day. And we are still seeing a lot of activity, like I said, on the option chain, with a lot of these strikes in between 5,000 and 17,000 for open interest. Now, if you guys hear my daughter screaming, I do apologize for that one. We're going to get through this as quickly as possible. Now, just a couple other things you guys should know as far as headlines are concerned. You are seeing a lot of FUD headlines that are coming out, like this one. AMC CEO Adam Aron led 2021 insider sales as executives sold $70 million worth. Now, that's a given. We heard about that on the earnings report. That was going to happen anyways. That's not a surprise. Just know when you guys hear those headlines, that was going to happen inevitably. Now, let's go over the short interest data, and Ortex did update their software, so it does look a little bit different. Keep that in mind. They actually did add a lot of different things, so I gotta go through all this to try to figure out what is going to be good to bring to you guys, what is not worth bringing to you guys in general, because as you guys can see over here on this column, there's a ton of new things that are now available to us, so that'll be cool to go through tonight. And if you guys want to be a part of the live stream, come check it out in between about 9:30 and 10 o'clock Eastern time tonight. We're going to talk about everything real estate. I own rental properties. I'm a real estate agent, as well as anything else you guys want to talk about, trading strategy, stuff that you guys don't hear in videos that you want an opinion on, a stock, whatever it is. Come check us out later on tonight. Love to have you guys here in that community as well. Going to try to do those almost every single night, just so you guys are aware of that. Now, the current short interest estimate is 15.27%. As we know, nothing has changed with my logic here. I don't think that is accurate. Now, I have been referring to this exchange reported short interest data, and that's sitting at about 18.5% short interest. So keep that in mind. These estimates are only estimates, and we should be getting that exchange reported short interest data here in the near term future, and I'll be watching for that closely. Now, the share utilization is at 74.79%. That essentially is telling you guys that there is more shares now available to be sold short than over the past 7 days. And I do think there was some shorting yesterday, not a crazy amount, definitely not like the short ladder attacks we've seen in the past, but certainly there was some shorting that did happen. Now, the cost to borrow is actually going up as well, which is a good sign of potential volatility to come in the near term future, with the cost to borrow max now at 2.32%, cost to borrow minimum at 1.04%. And last time we knew there was almost 95 million shares that were sold short. I would estimate in between about 87 and 90 million shares are still currently sold short. So the shorts have not covered. By and large, this trade it has never been more bullish, specifically with that low volume situation that I have been talking about. That's what makes AMC a ticking time bomb, is the low volume. Once that volume comes in, I cannot stress this enough. Forget what happens until you see higher volume. Now, expiring this Friday, 200,000 calls out of the money, 8,000 calls that are in the money. If we do see a move on Friday, it could be explosive due to the fact that all of those options will have to be hedged for on Friday. Now, after that, December 17th is looking like it's going to be very, very volatile, as we are going to see a lot of people today and on Friday rolling over these calls expiring this week and the next couple of weeks into this monthly expiration date, which is December 17th. Already looking at about 231,000 calls that are out of the money and 29,274 calls that are currently in the money. So that is a lot of buying power. If all of these contracts go into the money that are out of the money, that's 23 million shares that will have to be hedged for. Right here already in the money is almost 3 million shares that will have to be hedged for. So that's setting up to be a big day. And then January 21st, 2022 is going to be extremely volatile as well. So really the whole month of December, really after this Thanksgiving, shorter week, you're going to see a lot of volatility, a lot of back and forth action just based off of the option chain. Now, the final thing that I want to cover is some overall market related information. Now, the NASDAQ has recovered a lot today. We were down over 1%. That's partly why AMC has recovered as well, with the Dow Jones down about 0.30%. Now, a couple things that I do want to point out to you guys is this weekly jobless claims post stunning decline to 199,000, the lowest level since 1969. And there is a big issue with this because there's a lot of job openings and the weekly jobless claims are falling a lot. So this is telling us, in my personal opinion, that there is not enough people to fulfill the jobs. That could slow the growth rate of the economy. That could trigger a lot of trading algorithms or just investors in general to be more inclined to sell stocks, head into stuff like bonds or even more stable stocks for that matter. So I see this as kind of a bad thing overall. And then here's another headline. It says, not since Americans came home from World War II has inflation run through the economy like it is now. So there's going to be a give and take, especially with all the bills that are trying to go through Congress right now. Build Back Better, social infrastructure plan, all of those bills. We're not a political channel, so I'm not going to get into that. But it could have an impact in the markets just because people know inflation is going to come because of those things. So just some things to keep in mind. We're looking at the Santa Claus rally, tax loss harvesting that has been going on over the past couple of days. And I think all of that will play into this rally with AMC stock once that volume comes back into the stock. So hit that like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, check out the links in the description to support the channel and the link for the buy and sell alerts if you guys want to be notified every time I make a trade in real time. That is your way to do that. But that is going to be all for this video. Love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys on the live stream later on tonight and in future videos. So you guys, until then, take care.